chillwithaster here, and welcome to Fontaine's Archon Quest 4.1. I'm starting in the middle of it because I actually did something wrong with my audio. But before I begin, hello and welcome to the very long series, I think, of my playthrough of the Genshin Impact Archon Quest. I haven't seen any spoilers, luckily. I've been playing a lot of Dungeons & Dragons and League of Legends lately, so I was staying clear of a lot of the Genshin content, and here we are. I'm going to hopefully finish this in a day, but nevertheless, hello. So, I'm excited. I'm actually really hopeful that we're going to be covering some big lore about Fontaine, but nevertheless, let's begin. And welcome to a very long video.
It's an honor to meet you both. I was sent from the Palais Mermonia. Monsieur Nourilette wishes to see you. It seems he has something important to discuss in person.
Oh, you didn't miss much, if you're wondering. She just came out of nowhere and spawned and just asked it for the Traveler. And here we are, getting bothered once again after basically solving a murder mystery.
Nourilette? She wants to see us again already? Huh. We talked so much the last time we met. Has something happened since then?
No.
I'm not privy to the details. It would be best if you came to the Palais Mermonia and asked Monsieur Nourilette in person.
If you say so, but Paimon has a bad feeling about this.
Now that I've delivered the message, I'll take my leave.
Bye-bye.
Thanks! We haven't left the room for a few days, so we'll head over once we've freshened up a bit.
Oh shit, have they just been like... have they literally just been like sleeping? And staying in a room just like reading that detective novel for days? You know what? They deserve it. After everything that they've been going through, they deserve it. To the stars shining in the depths. Okay, a tea party most thorny. Talk to Nourilette. And I am actually curious if that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. I know that the English voice actors, the direction at least, tend to kind of butcher how you're supposed to pronounce certain things, so I am curious if that's how you're supposed to pronounce that. If there's like an invisible R, like where when you pronounce Nourilette, or is it just a stylistic choice that some people are going for? I am curious if that is the case. Right. Look at that. Hello.
Nourilette! We're here! Did
Hello.
you want to see us about something? Huh? Why were you just standing there? You daydreaming or thinking something over?
Yes, I did send someone to fetch you. But as for what I'd like to discuss next, well, I still have some reservations.
Why?
Given that we've already made the trip here, you should just tell us. Bet you need us to help you with something, right?
I do indeed have something I'd like to ask you to do. However, you should wait until after I tell you the details, then decide for yourselves whether you'd like to help or not. The situation is this.
Oh? A while
It has
earlier.
come to my attention that the Snezhnayan Harbinger known as the Knave wants a diplomatic meeting with you, correct?
Ew.
I heard that she was originally from Fontaine, but for her to suddenly arrive here and abruptly request such a meeting like this, I sincerely advise you to refuse her invitation outright.
Come on, you don't need the stress, Farina.
I'm sure you're aware that her purpose is most likely related to Child's recent predicament.
That or she doesn't care at all for Child's recent predicament.
We convicted one of the Snezhnayan Harbingers in a court of law, but we have yet to provide any form of detailed report on the matter. This does indeed provide an opportunity for Snezhnaya to put pressure on us. I believe we should adopt an evasive stance until we can provide a proper explanation and have a preliminary plan on how to deal with the matter.
No, we shouldn't. I think we should agree to the meeting.
Uh-oh, she's making a mistake.
Oh?
Well, you see, we are the ones that owe an explanation. If we keep putting off the meeting, it could easily result in the problem escalating, right? It's like a fight between two friends. If they don't agree to see each other and talk in person, isn't it possible that the friendship could end entirely?
Though diplomatic relations between Fontaine and Snezhnaya could be considered as friendly, it is only superficially so. You wouldn't go so far as to say that our nations are friends, as you did in your example.
It was just an analogy. An analogy, okay?
Moreover, even if we were to talk in person, if we don't have sufficient information prepared, it is quite possible the result wouldn't be restored relations, but a complete falling out.
And you wouldn't want to have a war with Snezhnaya of all places, now would you?
I don't think we should overthink those possibilities yet. Ahem. Even if the logic of the divine is not immediately apparent, its wisdom will only be revealed with time.
You're insane!
Besides,
No, she's
you'll
right,
be
though.
at the meeting. If any problems do pop up, you'll have no problem navigating them.
She legit just threw him under the bus. Well, more like a gentle shove under the bus.
I must clarify that interacting and communicating with people outside of court is not my cup of tea. It seems you think too much of me.
Or
But
in his
more
pay grade.
importantly, when did I agree to join the meeting with you?
Ooh.
You mean you won't come? No, that won't do. I can't go to the meeting alone. You have to accompany me. I must take you with me.
Lady Farina, could there be something else regarding this matter that is being kept from me?
No, not at all. Look,
I am loving her. She is so pathetic. I love her.
The god of justice, who is loved and adored by many.
She's insane. I love her. Pop.
So
off?
I only hope that justice will be served in this matter. Don't overthink it. I'll go find someone to arrange the meeting.
Is she okay? Like, sometimes I just look at Farina and I just ask, are you okay? Are you fine? I know you don't want to meet the scary looking harbinger, but you know, are you okay? I feel so bad for Nervalet. He is legit just the babysitter of, like, the Hydra Archon.
Though it could officially be considered a diplomatic conference, I prefer to see our meeting today as an ordinary tea party.
Oh my gosh, he's here.
I assume you see it the same way, Miss Farina?
Oh my god, the 4th! Oh my gosh, we have confirmation! Now the next important question is, what happened to the 10th? Oh, sweet Lord and Jesus, it is blocking her eye the same way that like like the word Scaramouche was like blocking him the first time. So like the CHE just cut through his face. Okay. So this actually poses a lot of important questions, and I know that there were already leaks of this in the past, but you know, the leaks never answered anything. What happened to the 10th? Did they also get Irminsul the same way that the 6th position is now just missing? And again, it goes back to my question, was the original Arlecchino the what do you call this? The 4th? Oh no, not the 4th. The 4th of the Harbingers. Also, important question, that confirms that Capitano is like first. Because that means that the voice actor lines are still, you know, it's supported by this fact that Arlecchino was the 4th. So I'm hoping that the 10th Harbinger is actually Brigella. Like, one of the major characters in the Commedia dell'arte. So something could have happened to Brigella. Or it could be one of the Innamorati. I'll open that in another video, but nevertheless, we have confirmation! She's stronger and she will beat me up with a stick. I too am afraid of her. She will kill me.
Lady Farina?
Yes?
Oh, yes, that's right. Just like you said, a tea party. I should thank you for providing the pastries. They look delectable.
You're gonna get poisoned.
To
Don't eat
make
them.
this tea party even more lively, I've invited someone else to join us today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Monsieur Neuvillette. I was born in Fontaine, so naturally, there's no need to introduce the nation's revered Eudex to me.
I love her. Oh my gosh.
Hello. The pleasure is also mine.
First, I would like to thank the two of you. I'm often away on business outside of Fontaine, and I'm told that the children of the House of the Hearth have been well taken care of by you.
Oh, they were nearly, you know, accused of murder.
Oh, I'm not referring to when my children, Linny and Lynette, were falsely accused by you. Please don't misunderstand.
Ooh. I can sense the bitch vibes. I love these two.
The children of the House of the Hearth are often misunderstood, perhaps due to the reputation of the Fatui. There's no getting around that. All I meant to say is that Fontaine has been stable in recent years. The people are well off and the children lead happy, fulfilled lives. That is something truly worth cherishing, and no one wishes to disrupt such peace.
Please don't
Now
be the
then,
one to disrupt
You have come
such
regarding
peace.
the matter of child, correct?
No.
Well, yes. It appears the ever-busy Eudex Neuvillette doesn't wish to waste time with diplomatic pleasantries, and hopes that we can get straight to the point of our talk.
Why does it feel like
Yes,
she has like a
as you
different
surmised,
shading from everyone?
Understanding child's situation is indeed one of the goals of this trip.
Understanding the situation or understanding the oratories? Because those are two different things.
As we are both diplomats from Snezhnaya, as well as Fatui harbingers, Child and I have always been colleagues. Were anything to happen in Fontaine, each of us would serve as the other's attorney to resolve the issue. So now, in my capacity as his attorney, I request that Child be turned over to Snezhnaya. We have a responsibility to cooperate with Fontaine and resolve what has happened to him together.
Does that also mean that the reverse is true? That Tartaglia is her attorney? Can you imagine Tartaglia in court? Well, as an attorney, not as a convicted. But can you imagine just him having to know the laws of the land? You're falsely accused of murder and you just see Tartaglia come out here. Don't worry, I know the law. Oh god, no you don't.
The rules governing attorneys only apply before a trial has concluded. Since a verdict has already been rendered, we see the case as settled. I apologize for being unable to grant your request.
An outright refusal. Very well. I respect all the rules of Fontaine's courts, just as I respect you as Chief Justice.
Which he
Okay.
doesn't.
Why don't we back up a step? You don't need to transfer Child to us. I only request to enter the fortress of Meripede to see Child and confirm his condition.
Ooh.
It's not like you couldn't even manage to fulfill a simple request like that. Right, Miss Farina?
About that.
Did you kill him? Is he dead? Did you kill
fortress of
Child?
Meripede has always been completely autonomous. Even we have no authority to interfere there, and diplomatic issues do not suffice as an excuse. However, if you absolutely must confirm the situation of the Harbinger, I have a proposal.
What's up?
The knave showed up already? Well, Linny did say that Father will be returning soon.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even know that Linny was from the House of the Hearth at the time, so we kinda overlooked that information.
Please be careful, Neuvillette. The knave won't be easy to deal with. That's true. This is already looking like a very difficult situation.
Yes, thank you for your kind advice. I'm well aware of the situation. I also noticed that Lady Farina acts a little odd and unnatural whenever I bring up matters related to the knave.
Could the knave be threatening Lady Farina or something?
If that were the case, then why wouldn't Lady Farina inform me? And what means could the knave possibly have to twist the arm of an Archon?
I wouldn't be surprised considering the other things that the Fatui have been able to do for the past couple of, Archon quests. They're surprisingly very, versatile with their blackmail material. Their negotiation tools, rather. That's what I should call them.
Likely. Even though Farina can act a little weird at times, she's still an Archon.
I mean, in all honesty, we've seen the Archons before be able to be threatened, or at least have diplomatic relationships that are somewhat beneficial to them. So the Fatui are playing smart. Very smart.
In reality, this problem is even more thorny than it appears. According to reports from the fortress of Meripede, Child recently disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
He what? He broke out? How could you let him escape?
The details are still unclear. We cannot rule out an escape, but there have also been no reports of him outside of the fortress of Meripede. Special guards oversee the fortress, and its internal systems are extensive. Combined with the special characteristics of the surrounding terrain, an escape should not be possible. I suspect that there's something else behind Child's disappearance. I was only willing to share this information with you because you are friends of Child, and it is my duty to see justice done.
So this is what you wanted to see us about before.
Yes. I would like you to go to the fortress of Meripede and investigate Child's disappearance. This was my proposal during our meeting with the knave. Rather than allowing her to intervene, I offered to send someone to find out about Child's situation and report back to her in detail. The knave did not seem satisfied by my proposal, but she still agreed to go along with it for the time being. Her words were, "We will talk more once we have that report."
So that means we bought ourselves some time.
Why would you want us to go? Would it be more convenient to have an official from Fontaine to do this? Not to mention that, how do you lose a whole man? He's not from Fontaine, so that clears up the water, I guess. What if he's... I wonder if there's like he got broken out of. Something more internal. I wonder if that's the case. That would actually be fascinating.
Firstly, you're already acquainted with Child. Your eyes may discern relevant details there that others would miss. And secondly, is the consideration of the unique nature of the fortress of Meripede.
Isn't it just Fontaine's prison?
Yeah. Underwater prison.
I would not define it so crudely. The fortress of Meripede is not affiliated with the court system of Fontaine on paper. It has always existed as an autonomous entity. Early in Fontaine's history, criminals were punished with exile, not imprisonment. Even today, sentences against convicted criminals still include exile, just as before. The fortress of Meripede may seem like a prison, but it should in fact be regarded as a gathering place for exiles. All we do is dispatch guards to keep watch and help maintain security, but we have no right to get involved with any other matters. Although I do have a personal relationship with the administrator there, neither myself nor the courts have the right to be directly involved with the investigation, no matter how serious the grounds.
What's fascinating though is this true for a lot of countries? I actually don't know if the judicial system, the judicial branches of most countries are directly connected to the prisons, or at least the main prisons around the area. I actually don't know if that's the case, so I wonder if anyone in the comments can confirm or deny that. Is it ethical for the court to have business relationships with the actual prison system?
Oh, Paimon gets it now. That's why you need us to conduct our own investigation as a third party, right?
Correct. I will arrange false charges against you so that you may secretly investigate inside the fortress during your detention. This will save us a lot of unnecessary trouble.
I'm pretty sure that if he really tried, he could actually find some real convictions.
So, are you two willing to accept my proposal?
I'll just say no. Well, Child is our friend after all.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, it seems we're the best choice. Alright, we hereby accept this difficult task. Reluctantly.
Reluctantly.
You two have my sincere thanks. This matter is of critical importance to Fontaine's current situation. Also, I hope that both of you can keep this operation a secret. We will rendezvous at the Fortress of Meropede's entrance on Irenaeus once you've prepared yourselves. I will arrange for someone to take you inside.
Okay.
Prepared ourselves? Is there something we need to prepare?
Perhaps you
Ourselves.
could enjoy a good meal and have a nice bath. I'm afraid that living conditions inside the fortress are nothing like those on the outside world.
Oh, right! Even though we'll be there on trumped-up charges, we'll be in prison for real.
I just love this character development. We're always just getting convicted by the law one way or another in all the Archon quests. It's just us against the government. Isn't that just nice?
On second thought, is it too late to back out?
You didn't even consider the fact that we'd be prisoners?
Please do not worry. Since you are sacrificing both your time and quality of life for the sake of delivering this report.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I didn't have autoplay
You will
on.
be compensated according to the highest standards permitted to legal staff, regardless of the outcome.
Now that's more like it. Come on, traveler, let's go eat the best meal we can find. We'll eat so much that we won't need to eat another meal for a whole month. You're a treat.
Are you leaving now? In that case, please take this cake as a token of my personal
A
gratitude.
whole ass cake. Ooh. Go to Cafe Lucerne
Too slow.
and get as fed as possible before we start having to eat prison food. Alright guys, it is time. It is time to finally be convicted of all of our crimes.
I'll have that and that. Oh, and one of those two. Ooh, and no Fanta, thank you.
Didn't you just finish eating the cake that Nervalette gave us?
That cake was pretty good. But as soon as Paimon remembered that we were about to go to prison, Paimon's stomach suddenly became completely empty.
New lore unlocked.
Now that
Prison.
Paimon thinks about it, we've always been super careful ever since we arrived in Fontaine. Just to avoid breaking any strange laws here. But here we are, about to willingly send ourselves off to the Fortress of Meropede. Maybe this is what they call fate. Let's just try our best to investigate everything quickly once we get there. Paimon doesn't want to stay in prison too long.
Is this foreshadowing to Paimon's origins? No, it's her not wanting to stay in prison for too long. Uh-oh.
Oh, what is that?
Oh my gosh, she's spawned out of nowhere.
Taste of a breaking story.
I swear to God, you have the expertise in perception like a rogue.
Hey! You can't hear a taste! And what are you doing here, Charlotte?
Oh, don't remind me. I invited an eyewitness to a case to eat here, and I was planning to get some great material out of him. But he didn't even show up. Calm down, calm down. This is nothing new. As a journalist, you should be used to this by now. And as long as you can score some juicy tidbits from the traveler, you might still be able to recover the cost of the meal.
Please don't hurt me.
You know we can still hear you, Charlotte.
Never mind. It's nothing. I just heard you mention the Fortress of Meropede. You didn't commit a crime, did you?
Not
Please
that you
tell me
know
all
of.
about it.
Not that you know of, and not that you're privy to.
No way! We would never! We're just going there to...
Yes, Paimon.
Oh no, Paimon almost forgot that Nervalette told us to keep it a secret!
We're going to serve our sentences and redeem ourselves for spoiling the ending of a detective novel in public.
Huh? You're being arrested for that? Oh. But now that I think about it, I suppose that's not completely unreasonable. That's pretty despicable. Almost as offensive as committing theft.
That's true. That's true. That one guy that spoiled
You mean
Snape's
Paimon
death.
really did something that serious?
See, I told you, Paimon. You didn't even think of anything of it at the time.
Sorry, Paimon really messed up.
Well, in that case, it's nothing particularly newsworthy after all. Oh, how disappointing. Oh, right. There's still a chance. Since you're going to be at the Fortress of Mirapede, would you be willing to help me gather some material for a story?
About that, Paimon doesn't think we'll have any time.
No, it's nothing difficult. All you have to do is think of a way to get some time face-to-face with the warden of the fortress. He was awarded the honorary title of Duke in Fontaine. Sounds really cool, huh?
Ooh.
Only those who have made significant contributions to the nation have been conferred this title. It's incredibly rare.
Am I finally gonna be a
On top of
duke?
that, the Fortress of Mirapede has never been under the jurisdiction of the courts. Practically nobody, including journalists like me, knows anything about the person in charge there. Oh, if I could write an exclusive article about him, I bet it would sell a boatload of papers.
You make it sound easy, but it really depends.
Again, we're going to prison.
Of course, I wouldn't ask you to do it for free. So this meal is on me.
Uh-oh. We're going to make the journalists broke. I don't know if you know this, Charlotte, but you know what? She doesn't need to know about anything.
All right, you got a deal.
Oh, God.
We'll do anything you want.
Then it's settled. The food should be here any second, right? Huh? Wait, just how much did you order?
Oh no. We're gonna make her broke.
Oh, Paimon's so full. Well, guess we have nothing to regret now, so let's get going.
I had no idea you could eat so much. That didn't go according to plan. Please, please, don't forget about the material for my news article.
She needs to pay her bills. She's a...
Wait. Paimon just said something really ominous, didn't she?
I feel so bad for her as like a student of mass communication as well. Hello, Monsieur Neverland. Is there anything here?
All right, Neverland, we're ready. Is this where the entrance is?
You have come, just as promised. Yes, this is the one and only entrance to the Fortress of Mirapede from Arrhenius. Careful. You may want to step back a bit.
Whoa! So you have to go down from here? Is the prison underwater?
Mm-hmm.
Utilizing both the barrier of the water as well as the fear humans have of the depths, the Fortress of Mirapede is naturally the perfect place to confine and guard criminals. But do not worry. It is not nearly as frightening inside as you may think. You will see for yourselves once you are down there.
Paimon hopes you're right. Don't know about you, but just thinking about being at the bottom of the sea like that gives Paimon the heebie-jeebies.
Is it because you're a celestial god? Is it because the dark sea is where the gods aren't privy to anything? What's your secret, Paimon? Why are you afraid of the depths if that was where we first found you? Okay, maybe I'm going insane.
Oh, and there's one more thing. I mentioned that I have had personal dealings with the administrator of the fortress, Writhsley. He's a very shrewd fellow.
Ooh.
Yeah, we heard about him too. He's that Duke, right?
Oh, I thought she said
He
dude.
is the
I was like, well, that's
highest-ranking
kind of
manager
rude.
of the underwater prison. Even though you are going there to investigate at my behest, it would behoove you to avoid any confrontation with him or any. The Duke rarely ever leaves the Fortress of Mirapede, but that does not mean he is not privy to all that is happening inside and outside the fortress. He is quiet, but not unaware, so please bear that in mind.
I see.
All right, that's about all the time that we have to talk privately. I'm counting on you two.
Don't worry, we won't let you down.
I hope we don't let you down.
Madeline!
I'm here, Monsieur Nervalet. These two are the newest convicts, I presume? Don't worry, they won't escape on my watch.
Where did you come from?
Like we would try.
Please follow me, you two. I'll process your paperwork for entering the Fortress of Meripede.
Time to be part of the court. Yeah. Continuing with the current quest may cause part of the following quest to become occupied. Progress. Yes. I have no idea where that's even from, but you know, that is a sacrifice I am very willing to make. Is this an elevator? I'm loving, like, the aesthetic of the elevators here in Genshin Impact. It's so nice. I don't know.
Are we already underwater now? Huh. So this is what it feels like to be a criminal in Fontaine.
You two seem to be taking this pretty well. It's rare to see convicts in such a good mood.
I mean, we're going to fight tooth and nail for our freedom. You can't take this away from me. We will not eat cake. Somewhere along those lines. Does that sound more convincing to you? Hello.
Oh, it's you, Madeline. Why'd they make you make the trip down here today?
Monsieur Nervalet personally requested I escort these two convicts. I suppose he was concerned others might not be up to the task.
Damn.
Well now, aren't you the lucky one? Must be nice to be on good terms with the big shots like the Chief Justice. The only people I get to see every day are the new inmates.
Well, have you tried service with a smile? Who knows, it might help your professional reputation.
Yeah, right. As if. Every criminal comes through here looking miserable. How can I smile with such a toxic work environment? And even if I did smile at them, the convicts would probably just think that I'm some freak getting some kind of twisted enjoyment from their pain.
Oh, she's got a point.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong.
Well, I've finished transferring you. You two will register here, and Marette will guide you through the remaining procedures.
Yep, I'll take it from here. You head on back to that bright and sunny world above.
Ooh, I feel so bad for her. I would not want to work in a place like this either.
You are
Underwater.
the Traveler and Paimon, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That would be us!
Let me confirm your charges and sentence. Let's see. You two are charged with eating a cake specially prepared for the Archon by a Snezhnayan envoy without the Archon's permission, thereby incapacitating the political center of Fontaine for a brief period. Sentence: 45 days?
Nervalet, you couldn't have given us a cooler crime to have done. Trespassing, blackmail, conspiracy. You couldn't have given us a cooler sounding crime instead of cake. Huh, but ironically ate the cake. And that's something I wasn't expecting.
Huh? Wait, you mean the cake that Nervalet gave us was...
The instrument of the crime!
Just looking at the charges, it seems you two are capable of causing some serious trouble. And considering how fond Lady Furina is of sweets, this crime is tantamount to trying to assassinate the Hydro Archon herself.
Let there be cake!
Now I've seen everything. Anyway, we still need to finish processing you before you can enter the Fortress of Meripede. Please stand in front of the board over there. I'll take your mugshots with my camera.
Oh, all right. But Rich Paimon's good side.
Gotta get them good mugshot pics. I wonder if like you give this to if you show this scene to a person that's just new to Genshin Impact and you just show them this. So anyway, we get to prison. Ah, my goodness.
And we're done. Thank you for your cooperation. Next, someone will be along to guide you inside the fortress. Please be sure to cherish this opportunity for rebirth.
Thank you.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Rebirth? Isn't that a little much? We're only gonna be here for 45 days!
And what's rebirth? What? Is this rehabilitation, or are you gonna kill us and hope that reincarnation is real?
You two are the new inmates, right? Follow me.
Please don't hurt me.
Okay, Paimon is Paimon and this is the Traveler.
Save it. Not like I'll remember your names. Move it.
You will. Trust me. This is such a funky looking place. It's so... I don't know. Follow's the word that I want to use. It just feels so quiet.
So, are you one of the guards here? Is there anything we should be careful of while we're here?
Oh, right. I forgot we're in prison.
Did Paimon already ask something she wasn't supposed to?
Why should I tell you anything? What's in it for me?
You sure don't seem like a guard. Why are you being sent to bring us in?
This is exactly why I can't stand you fish. I wouldn't even be doing this if it weren't for the credit coupons.
Ooh, the coupon.
Credit coupons?
Alright, seeing as you're not the annoying kind that's getting dragged in here crying and blubbering, I guess I can tell you a few things. But next time, it'll cost you some coupons. Mora means nothing here. Here, we use credit coupons. Coupons can get you almost anything in the Fortress of Meripede. Desires? Fulfilled. You want power? No problem. Coupons can even change fate itself.
What?
So, credit coupons are a currency that can only be used here?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's not as simple as that. Like Moret said, everyone gets a chance at rebirth. No matter how much money or power you had before, it means nothing once you set foot inside the Fortress of Meripede. You have to start over and earn your coupons. Everyone starts from the same place, and you have a chance at a new, less terrible life.
Allegedly.
I guess that's the real purpose of the coupons. They symbolize true fairness and true justice. And this is also exactly why so many criminals choose not to return to the outside world, even after they've served their sentence.
Oh.
Oh, so that's what the Fortress of Meripede is like. Huh. Paimon was under the impression that it'd be more like a prison.
Ew.
It certainly ain't all sunshine and roses here, but it's also not the worst place to be. You'd better take a good look at the scenery now. It'll be the last chance you get for a while.
Really?
After being away from the sunlight for so long, even the terrifying depths of the sea start to feel like home. It just stops feeling oppressive, you
It
know?
is a nice view, though.
Oh, I'm actually an inmate like you two. Welcoming newcomers is a job I've picked up to earn some extra coupons.
Have you seen a Harbinger from Snezhnaya? Ew. Hey.
Why aren't you answering us again?
I've told you enough for free. Any more info is gonna cost you.
So all you care about is Mora! Wait, no. Coupons?
Almost there. It's down through here. Your turn to give it a try.
Okay. Nice, big, scary looking robots. Nice, big, scary looking robots. I feel like I've made a mistake.
Too slow.
Nice, big, scary looking robots. Please don't hurt me. Huh. So, it's like an undercity, just less like Fleur-Sonde.
So,
Right?
you're going even deeper now? Just how deep down are we?
It's like a metaphor for your previous life, isn't it?
No.
Our lives weren't that bad.
Oh. Our lives aren't that bad. Ooh. The implication is that everyone just has like a really weird, shitty time. It's fascinating. Ooh, okay. Okay, I see you. Hello.
So this is the actual entrance to the Fortress of Meribede?
Yeah.
Huh. It looks like there are other new arrivals, too. Oh, they sure don't look happy. Maybe we look too relaxed for fresh convicts.
I mean, to be fair, our crime was literally, eating cake. So, you know. Hurry up and think about something sad. Your sister.
Oh, right. We're on someone else's territory now. We need to think of a good way to act like criminals to get by. If we're discovered, even Neverlet might not be able to rescue us.
If we ever found out, then maybe we become criminals for real.
Hey! Don't scare Paimon! Oh, Paimon's not ready for all this.
She's not ready for the
Look,
prison life.
I don't really know you, and I have no idea what kind of crime you committed, but you wouldn't have happened to anger someone important, did you?
No.
Someone important? Paimon doesn't think so. Wait, why are you suddenly trying to talk to us now?
Now's not the time to worry about that. Anyway, it's over there, so you just go on over there by yourselves. I've done my job, so good luck.
Goodbye, Deacon. You're not so bad after all.
What was that all about? Wait a second. Are there usually so many garter mechs around here?
I come in peace.
They're already onto us?
What?
Prisoners numbers 7459 and 7560. Welcome. Oh, no need to be anxious. These Gardamex aren't here to attack you. In fact, they're here as your honor guard.
He's...
When I heard that you were friends of Monsieur Neuvillette, I had the Gardamex come and wait in formation.
I need you to first and foremost not say that in public, because this guy is literally right here standing like an NPC. Like, he just turned around like he just heard like the juiciest piece of news from out of fucking nowhere. Secondly, you're surprisingly more chill than I thought. For some reason, I thought that he was a bit more, older? Quieter. Someone like Frebene or Albedo. He's surprisingly very chill. I like this guy.
Wait, you know about our connection with Neuvillette?
I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up before somebody hears, like that one NPC in the back.
The seafloor isn't as cut off from the world as you might imagine. However, I'm afraid that I know nothing more than that you are friends of the Eudex. And as you can see, committing a crime means being sentenced here, even if you're friends with the Chief Justice. Quite fair.
He is very chill. I've had the wrong assumptions of you, Risley.
The Duke! Greetings, Your Grace. Lovely weather today, isn't it?
Oh, greetings, my good fellow. Well, I'm willing to imagine that the
He
weather
is
is
so
as good
chill.
outside the sea as you
Oh
say
my
it
gosh.
is. How great it would have been if only the Fortress of Meripede had been built on the coast, huh? It would have been so convenient to enjoy a nice chat in the sunshine.
You have no idea how much like whiplash I'm going through right now, but okay. So he knows we're in cahoots, I think, or I feel like he has an idea, because because no friend of Neverland is going to be actually just sentenced here for no good reason. And eating cake certainly doesn't seem like a good reason.
My profuse apologies. I just got so nervous when I saw you,
So this is the Duke. He sure looks a lot younger than Paimon imagined.
Me with all the Archons.
The Traveler and Paimon, correct? Mr. Deacon here was responsible for your welcome. I trust you were satisfied with his guidance?
Yes, we were satisfied. Please pay him accordingly. It was okay. Splendid
Outstanding.
chap.
Well, Deacon, I recall we discussed fate during our last work meeting, I believe that fate will reward all those who take every aspect of their work in life seriously. When you return to your bunk, you'll find the guards have issued some extra credit coupons to you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Oh, and you too. I can't believe you gave me such praise. If you need anything in the future, anything, please, come find me anytime. No credit coupons necessary.
Aw, that's so...
Well, I believe that
you.
concludes the introductions. We've already taken enough time here. Deacon, if you would.
Okay.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll take my leave now.
Goodbye. It was nice meeting you.
Please, follow me. To make you feel more welcome, I'll show you around the various facilities of the Fortress of Meripede. I hope it'll help you adjust to life here.
He's going to personally give us a cure? Huh. Paimon can't figure out what this guy's thinking at all.
Let's just roll with it for now.
No wonder Charlotte's so interested in him. He's one of those mysterious types. Alright, let's keep up with him.
Not only is he a mysterious type in a way that he doesn't talk, like you would first think, he's chatty. Really chatty.
Following me.
And sometimes that's even more mysterious than not saying anything at all. Ooh, that is cool. I like that. I wonder if they have good prison food here.
There's no need to be so reserved. The label of criminal is nothing but one of many identities. And being criminally inclined here at the fortress is just one of many ways to survive.
I see. Okay.
Is it really okay for the warden to think like that? We're real criminals, you know. What if we're too difficult to handle?
I know how
Well,
to summon
Maybe you'll
all
be able to
5 of
carve
the
out
other
a name and a
elements.
place for yourselves in this underwater world, But before you go in swinging, please remember that in the Fortress of Meripede, it's better to not cause trouble for yourself or for the guards.
Thank you.
Now, we've arrived at a very important place, the Coupon Cafeteria. You can come here and claim 1 welfare meal each day.
Welfare meal? You mean it doesn't cost anything?
You mean we need
That's
to pay for
right.
food?
Criminals are essential to fortress operations, so you must guarantee that they at least have the basic means to survive.
Don't you need 3 meals a day to survive, though?
But that's not how it was. Back in the day, it cost you reward coupons just to get a cup of water here. For fish like you who just arrived with nothing, you'd have to go to work hungry until you earned enough coupons to eat. It was only after His Grace became the administrator that we got the free meal rule. Now everyone gets a square meal every day, even no-good slackers who've never picked up a wrench in their whole lives. Nobody starves to death here.
As it should be. We wouldn't want corpses lying around.
In the Fortress of Meripede, credit coupons are the only currency, and everything must be purchased. In some sense, you could say using the coupons is a form of trade. But trade is always conducted by people. So if we want trade here to prosper, we need everyone to work hard and live their lives. If nobody could even afford a meal, then the whole fortress would be up in arms. And that would only make things more difficult for me.
That's true.
So,
A
rather
happy
than saying that
prison
we're
is a
giving
functional
everyone
prison,
a free
I
meal
think.
here, you should say that everyone's hard work has improved the living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede.
Your Grace's reasoning is correct, but what I said is also true. Whatever the case, hard work is rewarded here. You'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else as fair and reasonable.
Especially prison.
Paimon sees your point. By that logic, this place doesn't seem so bad after all.
Don't say that. This is still prison. You wouldn't want
wait,
that.
No, we shouldn't drop our guard so quickly. But it seems the inmates really respect the Duke because of his attitude, right? We should still try to verify the truth with our own eyes.
Let's continue this way.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, mister. We're still entitled to that free meal. Talk to Riley at the Pancreation Ring. Why does it seem like a... Oh. I thought this was going to be like a coliseum. Ooh. You know, for a prison, you sure got a very cool looking office. I wonder if it's air conditioned. Wait, you're in the bottom of the sea. I really doubt it. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not supposed to go here? Oh, he's behind it. Never mind.
Squall Fury.
My bad.
This place is known as the Pancreation Ring.
You know...
Sometimes we have criminals who have more energy than they know what to do with. Their daily work alone isn't enough of an outlet for them. So, instead of leaving them to their own devices, we've provided them with this dedicated venue. This way, nobody will get involved unless they want to be.
Okay.
Creation matches? And you can earn extra coupons? Oh, what do you think, Traveler? Interested?
But I must warn you that your sentence will be extended if you fail to restrain yourself and end up seriously injuring or killing your opponent.
Aw. In that case, I'll pass. Seems you know me too well. I might end up killing a man.
So, did you set this place up too?
I feel like it.
No, actually.
Really?
I just granted approval for the organizer to use this area to build the ring, and I collect a portion of the proceeds in return. Of course, the fees are also quite useful.
Oh. Do you mind if we ask what they're used for?
Sure. Ensuring personal safety, maintaining the arena, and resolving any conflicts that arise. Why? Are you interested in how to manage a Pancreation ring?
That is true.
No. Paimon was just wondering if that's how you paid for everyone's welfare meals.
Oh, that is true.
A reasonable guess. I see you have a talent for entrepreneurship.
Oh, you hear that? Paimon has a talent! So we can start a business here?
Maybe
That
not in
is
prison.
Something you can discuss between yourselves later. Let's move on for now.
Why are we discussing this in prison? So hello everybody, welcome to Business 101. I will be your guide for today. My name is Duke Risley. I am the warden of this place, and if you would like any kind of opportunities for your entrepreneurship, I would like to present to you the fighting ring at the dormitories. How do I... I'm an idiot. How do I get up there? I am a fool, a clown, and everything in between. Where am I?
Too slow.
Oh, never mind. I found it. I didn't find it. I did not find it whatsoever. This place is... I've always loved the aesthetic of
Too slow.
clockwork. Any kind of like industrial, steampunkish aesthetic has always been so cool to me. I guess it's that feeling of mixing technology, but like presenting it in a way that is, it still fits the aesthetic of fantasy. There's a lot of problems when it comes to fantasy games where the moment you introduce technology, it doesn't really fit the vibe of that world. But steampunk is just nice, you know.
too slow.
Hello.
Your Grace. Good morning. I mean, good afternoon. No, wait, what time is it again?
Are you okay?
What time indeed? Time waits for no one, so it's best to keep an eye on it.
My apologies, Your Grace.
Are you okay?
Jeez, that guy's so nervous he almost forgot to breathe.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, forgive my manners.
Are you okay? You sound like
These are the dormitories,
you're so stressed.
which is where inmates sleep. The guards will inform you where your bunk is later. In the Fortress of Meripede, criminals usually spend most of their time in either the production zone or the sleeping areas.
The production zone? What does it produce?
people.
Is that where
Oops.
we'll be working?
Not necessarily. Though working in the production zone is the most reliable way to earn credit coupons, if you have other skills, you can skip your shifts to earn them in other ways.
Murder.
Wait, you're the manager of this place, and you're just telling us to our faces that it's okay to skip work?
The fact that the Fortress of Meripede has continued operating completely autonomously is proof enough that most people are willing to work honestly and earn a stable income.
That's
As
true.
for what we produce, many of the clockwork machines seen all over Fontaine originate from our workshop. Therefore, the Fortress of Meripede is not only a place where criminals serve their sentences, but also a giant machine factory. There's no need for me to get into specifics about the production process now. You'll experience it all firsthand when you report for work tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on. The tour continues over this way.
What the? Oh my god, he's in prison.
Oh!
Oh, you really scared me there. I didn't expect to see you here, Your Grace. I thought maybe I was so tired from work that I was starting to see things.
You're in prison?
The only thing you should be seeing is the work in front of you. Stay focused and keep up the pace. Oh? Is something the matter?
It's nothing. Paimon's just worried about how hard we'll have to work tomorrow.
Why is he in prison? What did you do this time? Lenny? Lenny, dear, why are you in prison?
Quit following
Why am I saying that like he's younger? He's probably like the same age as me. No. He's certainly the same height as me, I'll be honest with you. I am a gremlin. Oh, hello.
Your Grace? What are you doing in the infirmary at a time like this? Oh no, you didn't injure yourself, did you?
Not yet, unfortunately for you. But thank you for your concern, Siegeween.
Siegeween.
Then you must be here for those two.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the infirmary, and Siegeween here is the Fortress of Meripede's head nurse.
Hello, new faces. They call me the head nurse, but I actually handle all the nurse-related work all by myself down here.
Since you seem to have some rare downtime with no patients, perhaps you could find the time to join us for dinner?
Oh, then these two must be some important convicts. Sure, I'll join the welcome party.
Thank you. Your presence will be the pièce de résistance for today's tour.
Oh, so the tour part is over now?
Oh.
I believe I've already covered the primary aspects of life here in the fortress. As for your work, there'll be someone else to guide you through the details. Is there anything else? I seldom conduct tours, so why don't you just ask if you have any questions?
Thank you.
Well, this is our first time here. Paimon's not sure what to ask.
Then let's head back to the coupon cafeteria. Maybe a meal will help you think up some questions.
Man, now I want to get
Try to be
lunch.
excited. Our free meals are actually pretty good here.
Okay, I'll hold that to you. Oh, she's so cute. I love Sejuin. If she ever comes out, I'm gonna roll for her. I say that. I really say that. Like I'm done making my Linny build, rather. Why is your brother in prison, Lynette? What happened to her? In all honesty, why are they in why is he in prison? I thought we worked so hard to not get him in prison. I thought... Did we fail?
What do you think of the food? Does it meet your expectations?
Yes.
Wow, it looks delicious! Neverlet made it sound like living conditions in the Fortress of Meripede wasn't very good. Who would have guessed that criminals get to eat tasty food like this every day?
The main thing is that it's free.
Oh, isn't that the meal box that only super lucky people manage to draw? Seems like you two are quite fortunate.
Man, if I know that prison food in Fontaine is going to look like that, I would have murdered someone for it. Probably literally.
It actually has nothing to do with luck in this case. I had a word with Walsey, so you didn't have to draw lots like everyone else.
Oh.
Oh, you mean the meals are random?
Yeah, if you're unlucky, you get one piece of bread.
What you get to eat depends completely on your luck. You could say that it's a distasteful little game that Chef Walsey likes to play here in the cafeteria. Paimon knew it! If criminals got to eat tasty food like this every meal, the crime rate in Fontaine would skyrocket for sure. Excuse me, did I hear you mention Nervulette just now? I've been wondering how he's doing. Is he busy with work? Has he been taking care of his health? He seems healthy no matter how you look at him, but he works so hard all the time, so it must be really tiring.
Sounds like he hasn't changed a bit. Looks like you can stop worrying so much, Sejuin.
That's good. But I still feel like it's been too long since I've heard any news about him.
No news is good news. Maybe next time I've got something to discuss with him, I can invite you to accompany us.
Aw, that's adorable.
But isn't the Fortress of Meripede independent from Fontaine's court system? What do you two have to discuss?
Tea.
Well, we provide all kinds of mechanical products for official use.
Oh, that's true.
And some essential goods have to be obtained from the overworld, so we naturally have to stay in touch about this and that. Monsieur Nervulet's character is unimpeachable. No matter the question, you can discuss it openly and freely with him. Talking with him feels quite effortless. In light of that,
Well,
I
he
am
is
quite
making
willing
all
to
the
go out
effort
of my way to
because
show
he doesn't
respect
like
and
talking out of
accommodate him.
court.
In fact, right now, I'm treating you two as guests invited by Monsieur Nervulet. But unfortunately, I can only do so until the end of this meal. After this, you two will just be inmates here.
For 45 days. But nevertheless, we're gonna get good food. Thank you for treating us like we're surprisingly not inmates. Thank you for your hospitality.
You're very welcome. Well, your new life awaits.
Man, I want to talk to Linny. What's he doing here? I'm liking this place, but that's also very true. There used to be a problem with, I guess, potential inmates where people would just like commit crime so that they can get the living conditions in prison. At the very least, it was like a bed and, you know, I guess a consistent source of food, whether you wouldn't be thinking about it or not. The quality may not be as on par, but it's like sometimes when you have nothing at all, that's the best that you can hope for. And that used to be such a big problem, especially for certain, you know, prisons that were known to actually treat their, you know, their people very well. Interesting dilemma that was presented to me in class. Like, how would we deal with the rising crime rate if one of the core motivations of it was also akin to poverty? And I remember I was so stumped with that because, like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know, where am I going? I didn't know if there was even a right answer to that question because it is a testimony to just how okay the living conditions of prison were. At the very least, you don't want to completely send the people into something that's very desolate. On the other hand, that kind of quality is being abused, which is interesting. I wonder if you guys have an opinion on that matter, or if you think that you should have an opinion of that at all. It's an interesting humanities dilemma.
Too slow.
That I wonder if it applies, because not all forms of crime are equal, I guess. Like, for example, the traveler here is just quote-unquote convicted for eating cake. What about the more serious crimes, like convicted murder or anything else? Do you think that they deserve to be living in such conditions like this when they could have potentially been detrimental to society? It's little questions like that, you know, that I find really interesting, deep-rooted, accidentally or incidentally, in Fontaine's, like, story quests. Just the societal reading of something called justice is very entertaining to me.
The traveler at Paimon, right? Listen up. As new inmates, the only thing you need to worry about is what to do and when to do it. Don't make any extra trouble for yourself.
We won't.
Your bunks are right over there. Follow me.
So this is where we'll be sleeping from now on. Oh, Paimon can't believe this. The days of staying home and reading detective stories are like a dream now.
This is a very surprisingly nice room. What the?
By the way, Traveler, we saw a lot of things worth investigating just now. Even though the Duke didn't say it too directly, judging from what he said at the end, it seems that he was only welcoming because we know Neuvillette. We are criminals, and Paimon did eat that cake, but we're actually here to help Neuvillette. Is it possible that he knows we're here on a mission? Or is Paimon overthinking things?
He probably knows more than he lets on, because I really doubt that he would just, you know, do that. Especially for someone that knows Neuvillette. Like, think about it like this. If you're the friend of a friend and you find out that that friend has a friend that was convicted of a crime, don't you think that you'd get actually angrier? Because, like, the person, your friend trusted this person and then they broke that trust. Kind of like that. So I definitely think that Ryuzi actually knows why we're here. Or at the very least that we're not actually cruel people.
Yeah, Paimon thinks so too. He probably knew why we came here from the very beginning and intentionally wanted to send us a message. Maybe something like, "Hey, I have my eyes on you, so don't try anything funny."
What in the world? Okay, but there's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, you're right. It's not like we can go back to Neuvillette empty-handed and say, "The dude looks scary, so we gave up."
But he's very
the Duke
hospitable,
said that
though.
he was willing to go out of his way to show respect for Neuvillette, right? So we at least need to try. But Paimon hasn't gotten a clue where we should start our investigation.
Oh, right. We're about, if we ever get found out, we're going to be called trespassing. And or false testimony or accusation. I can't remember what that's called.
You mean?
Linny's presence here.
Yeah, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Paimon almost spilled the beans when we ran into him. Fortunately, based on his attitude, it looks like the Duke sees Linny as just another inmate.
Oh.
We worked so hard to help clear Linny and Lynette's names, and yet we turn around and bam! He's in prison anyway!
Is he here to, like, under Arlecchino? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Arlecchino's, like, contingency is Linny.
Oh, right! Linny and Lynette are from the House of the Hearth. They work for the Knave, so they could be here to investigate too!
Oh my gosh, okay. And there.
Huh? Oh, it's a card! Paimon didn't notice it earlier. It looks like a magician's prop. Lenny must have left it here. He's in prison and still doing his little tricks, huh? Let Paimon have a look. It was nice to bump into you again. Let's catch up in the production zone tomorrow. What in the world? It's written like he's greeting a buddy on the street. Paimon thought he'd write something important.
This proves that he's here for something too.
If you say so. We can ask him what's going on tomorrow. Let's get some rest now.
Okay. With a bit of trepidation, you and Paimon spend your first night in the fortress of Meripede. But the place looks kinda comfy.
Hey, you're finally awake! Well, it's Paimon's first day as a prisoner. Last night, Paimon dreamed about getting interrogated by the guards until Paimon told them everything, and then Paimon woke up.
You told him everything?
Hey, come on! It's just a dream, okay? Paimon wouldn't really squeal. Maybe.
Paimon!
Hey, lazy bones! What are you still doing here? If you don't want to starve, then get yourselves over to the production zone.
Okay, jeez.
Sorry, we're going right away.
You know, I really appreciate that the Fontaine Archon quest is treating the player like they're intelligent. That's something that I guess the first 3 Archon quests didn't completely do. Or at the very least that it really tried to put the wool over our eyes over like the most simplest of things. I just can't really give a concrete example now because like nothing's popping up. But I appreciate that the Fontaine Archon quest like trusts that the player is noticing these things and it's confirming. Like, oh, if Linny is here, we're not going to play it up like, oh, it's some big twist that he's here for, you know, for the House of the Hearth. Ooh, you didn't expect that, did you? No, they're just like, oh, okay, so logically speaking, if we're here because of Neuvillette, then Linny is here for, like, Arlecano. That's a good theory. Kind of like that. I appreciate when the story respects, the level of comprehension. Go to the production zone. Oh, we have to go underground.
Too slow. Squall and fury.
A side note though, I've seen the trailer, but at the same time, I don't want to trust the trailer.
Following me.
So I'm not gonna say anything. But I do hope that, you know, Linny is safe. Because he's in prison. And we worked so hard not to get him in prison. And yeah, I wonder if the original culprit of like, what do you call this? Actually, I wonder, I genuinely wonder.
Behold!
Doink. Hello.
Too slow.
Higher? Oh.
Squall and fury.
Ah, you must be the catch of the day. Looks like you've got some luck getting assigned this space.
Yep, we just arrived yesterday and...
Don't interrupt me when I'm speaking.
Okay, we're sorry.
Listen carefully to my instructions. I don't want any mishaps. Every machine here is worth more than the both of you. Working around
debatable.
these machines can be very dangerous. Do your job well, and you can eat in the cafeteria after your shift. Get sloppy, and you dine in the infirmary. Anyway, the Fortress of Meripede doesn't want to lose a single one of its machines. And it also doesn't want to waste the production potential of any inmate. You got that?
Got it!
Your job is to use the machine over there to process widgets. Watch carefully, and make sure you step on the pedal at the right time. If the machine gets jammed, then give it a little maintenance with your fist. Here, take this. Bring me the processed widgets, and I'll give you some credit coupons in exchange.
Thank you. For the modeling process, you must place the unprocessed parts into the machine, and then interact with the machine to start the challenge. But some parts get struck while rotating, you need to attack the rotating part to restore the machine's functions. When the part's base glows, jump to complete the modeling process. When you finish, you must retrieve the successfully processed part. I see.
Too slow.
So if the machine gets jammed, you just need to attack it to fix the problem. Once the widget is hot enough to blow, jump to step on the pedal and hit the widget with the hammer.
Okay. It's basically a rhythm game then. It reminds me of a rhythm game. Compelling gameplay.
Okay, you
Thank you.
Huh. This one is tolerable. Though since the processing is done by machine, the product is all pretty much the same anyway. Alright, I'll pass you for now. And we'll count up how many credit coupons you've earned.
Okay.
Paimon's exhausted. We're done now, right? Oh, that foreman. He's so scary that Paimon couldn't even speak.
Oh my gosh, he knows the secrets.
Even though Paimon's starving and wants to head straight to the coupon cafeteria, we still need to meet Lenny first, right? He probably just finished up his work, too. He should be around here somewhere.
Why is he in prison? What did he do? I wonder what cool crime he was committed of. If it was a convicted murder, it has to be better than eating cake. Come on, Lenny. Where are you?
Lenny? Mr. Magician? Where are you? Oh, this had better not be some disappearing act. He doesn't seem to be around here. Let's try looking somewhere else.
I wonder if I'll go up. Oh, no! Oh. I hope I don't get squished by, like, anything here. I am an idiot. Ooh. Lenny. Lenny?
Where could he be?
Where are you, you pathetic inmate?
Hey, over here.
Hello.
Oh, you scared Paimon! How did you appear out of nowhere like that?
Oh, you scare so easily now? Is there something worrying you these days?
Yeah, we're in prison.
You little... The only thing we're worried about was trying to find you.
Sorry. Come over here and keep it down.
Why was he in prison?
Oh, Lynette! You're here too! You two really are inseparable.
That's right. My brother simply can't stand to be away from me.
So which one of you got caught, you know, espionage, blackmail?
It's not just Lynette. Fremine is also here. Do you still remember him?
Oh, you mean that diver from the House of the Hearth, right? Paimon remembers seeing him in the court of Fontaine before.
I can just imagine the conversation. So, your next mission is to go to prison.
Now hurry up and tell us, how did you end up as criminals this time? We fought so hard at court to prove you were innocent, but now it looks like our incredible court battle was for nothing!
Sadly, even the teeniest of things can land you in prison these days. I put together a street performance and used the popularity we gained from the Opera House incident to attract a big crowd.
Oh.
And then?
That... I don't think that's legal. Even by our standards. Some places don't allow that because attracting large crowds can cause... Well, unfacilitated large crowds can cause... problems.
Next, I invited several audience members to participate in the show. And then, with the entire audience watching, their wallet suddenly disappeared.
What did you do?
My brother was charged with theft, and I was charged as his accomplice, having assisted him in his crime.
Did you at least get the money?
It really isn't that bad. The missing wallets are all in the leftmost drawer of the Maison Gardiennage's big filing cabinet. We just need to see how long it takes to discover them.
Yep, we should be released then.
In terms of the magic trick itself, I think the performance went perfectly.
Leave it to Lenny to magic himself into prison.
Huzzah! Prison!
Indeed. Last time I hid my identity from you, I promised that I'd tell you absolutely everything if you were angry about it. No more secrets.
Okay.
So I don't plan on keeping anything from you this time either. At the moment, the House of the Hearth's interests don't conflict with yours at all.
How do you know that I'm not an inmate? Considering how many times that I've broken into places. I could be a potential inmate. How do you know that you're not talking to someone that committed murder? He trusts us. too much.
We were instructed by the father of our house, the Knave, to come here and conduct an investigation.
You could have at least kept the wallets, at the very least.
Told you so! See? Paimon guessed right!
As for what we're investigating, perhaps you haven't heard, but the fortress of Meropide hides a secret.
Ooh.
Some even say that the entire fortress exists just to protect it.
The Gnosis.
The House of the Hearth has been investigating this for a very long time, trying to uncover its mysteries. But recently, all of our informants, including the ones that had infiltrated the guards, suddenly vanished and have not been heard from since. We believe that this is a direct provocation, and it's the reason why we came here.
Why is the house so interested about this secret?
Father has somehow managed to confirm that Focalors does not have Fontaine's Gnosis.
Oh, makes sense. Something like A then.
Huh? How did she manage to learn information that important?
You seem to underestimate the Fatui.
Father has her ways. Many of them are beyond our imagination, and we've never had the chance to see her at work. But we trust her conclusions.
And just like that, we are working with the Fatui.
It was this information that led us to suspect that Fontaine's Gnosis might be in the fortress of Meropide and is related to that secret.
What, the true Hydro Archon is somewhere in there?
Well, that's about it from our side. How about you two? Did Monsieur Nervulet send you here?
Bingo! The Knave has been applying a lot of pressure. She wants to know what happened to Child, so we came here to investigate. Traveler, are we allowed to tell them?
No. You've already said everything. Even if I tried to stop you now, nothing would have changed what you just said.
You don't need to worry too much about that. She's just asking for a report on Master Child's predicament as a means of pressuring you. Father used this situation as a pretext to negotiate with two high-ranking officials in the court of Fontaine. She actually just wants to be able to make concessions on this matter for gains elsewhere, almost like a bargaining chip.
That's true.
Sometimes you need an excuse to do things you otherwise couldn't. And a harbinger is more valuable than you might imagine.
Of course, it's not a complete farce. If we do manage to find out what happened to Master Child too, then diplomatic relations with Fontaine could improve, and Snezhnaya might even be able to adjust its stance a bit.
Improve in a utilitarian sense? Or more so, improve in a we're going to hold this over your head for our benefit kind of thing?
Is it just Paimon? Or does it feel like we're the only ones who actually care about Child's situation? The relationship between the Harbingers must be as bad as ever.
Is it just Paimon, or are we the only one that really cares about Child right now?
I wouldn't go that far. Father just has different standards than we do when it comes to what can be sacrificed for an advantage. By the way, I have a suggestion. Why don't we team up? Even though we have different objectives, we're both here to investigate the fortress of Meropide. It would be more efficient for us to work together.
I agree.
You know, the House of the Hearth has many reasons to seek the Gnosis, but our highest priority remains resolving the prophesized crisis. You can trust us on that.
Okay, and I will. Or I will not.
See, I told you.
Is that so? Sure enough, it won't be easy to convince them to cooperate with us.
How come, though?
Lenny seems to be thinking pretty hard about something.
Of course he is. Lenny has been looking forward to a chance to reach an understanding with you ever since last we met. Or, I should say, we were really looking forward to teaming up with you this time.
Lynette, just tell them everything, why don't you?
Does he just have a crush on the Traveler? I'm just gonna say this right now.
It's okay to open up a little.
If we're really doing... no? What happened to the internet? No! Let me team up! Is Genshin in fact down? I guess this is the time that I stop recording.
Relax.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow? Okay, so just confirming my internet is actually completely fine. What happened?